What's going on? Lead Farmer 73 here. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Guava. Welcome on in. Come on into the room. It's good to see everybody here. Everybody alive and safe and well. All right. Do not give up. I know. Don't give up. Thank you, honey. Hey, second floor gardens. How you doing? How y'all doing? Mr. Will Be Blessed. What's going on? My Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Uh, let's see. Oh, yeah. I can't pronounce that. I thought I was losing my mind. Sean does it all. How you doing? Dreaded Dreams. She Shed Shenanigans. How you doing? Sacred Homemaker. Hmm? The Movington. How you doing? Creative Mary Mac. La Familia. How you doing? Talia. C. Francis. Marv. How you doing? Frugal Gardener. TLC in the Garden. TJ Diamond. Jay Brown. Rem, how you doing? Sacred Homemaker, how you doing? Polar Bear Cheryl, Larry Lane. Let's see, Nikki Walker, Janice, Danica Thomas, Christopher, how you doing? Let's see, TLC in the go, F4 Barbecue, She's Natural Homestead, TJ Diamond, Shawanda, how you doing? Nikki Walker. Let's see, Ann, how you doing? BT. All right, y'all. All right. Let's get Q Dub in the house. Katina Brooke. All right. Let y'all in on a little something. All right. Now, me and Lady Led, we're gonna do a quick Lead Farmer field trip after I tell y'all what I'm gonna tell y'all. And the reason why I'm gonna tell everybody right now, don't give up on your dreams. And I got proof that if you give up, it's just over with. If you don't give up, it might be something. It's always something good in store for you. Grown with Hudson, how you doing, sister? Okay. I want to show you something. Do you see this peach? Do y'all see this peach? Maybe I need to get a little closer or something. I don't know. Oh, you at work hustling? That's all right. We got to make the dreams happen. Does everybody see this peach? Okay. Now I want you to see the inside of this peach. If you Do you know anything about growing peaches? If you know anything about growing peaches, you know that this is not a cling free peach. This peach, it sticks to the pit. Okay, when you buy a peach, you're either going to buy a cling free peach, the kind that you can just twist off the pit and the pit come off, or the ones that cling to the pit. Now, I know you like, what does that have to do with not giving up on your dreams and giving up on your garden? I'm going to tell you, because I'm going to take you on a Lead Farmer field trip that's going to be quick because I need to prove a point. What was it? Last year, a deer, a buck, rubbed his antlers on my peach tree. I had just bought this peach tree, and I got this peach tree on a clearance. And I think I paid $5 something, $15 for the tree. It was on a clearance. And I got the tree and I just stuck it in the ground. The tree was called, oh, listen to this. And y'all take this however you want to. The tree was called a white queen. It was either a white queen or a white princess. I had never had an all white peach with no blush. This peach was not supposed to have any blush to it. So good gardener in the house. What's going on? She natural homestead. This peach tree, this particular peach, was not supposed to have any blush. With all the research I'd done on it, it was supposed to be like an all white, peach, no red or orange blush to it. A buck last year. I've only had this thing for like 2 seasons. A buck came and was marking his antlers on the tree. He destroyed the bark around. Hey, Sun Energy, how you doing, sister? He destroyed the bark around the tree. It killed the tree. And remember, it's wintertime, so before I can go out there and either dig the tree up or cut the tree or do anything, I just left it alone. So I come out one day, and what do I see on the side of the tree? Just say, this is the tree. Say this is the tree. I seen one little green shoot on the side of that peach tree. And it was right. Say this white part is the graft union, and this bottom was the root. The little green stem was coming right out of the border of that on both sides. So I knew it was the rootstock growing. I just let it grow. Because I know I'm going to dig this tree up. Do you know? I let that thing grow. And it grew like wildfire. It didn't just kind of grow. It grew a whole tree in just a matter of months. I need you to listen close. So I know this is the rootstock growing. I know the white peach that they grafted onto it. I know that part was dead. The deer killed that. So I finally cut the rest of that tree off and let that little stem grow. I just let me. So I just let that stem grow because I'm like, I'm not using that spot right now, and I'm gonna wait till next season and buy another peach tree and put right there. By next season, which is now, I start to notice this thing is blooming like crazy. I'm like, oh, so the rootstock is actually trying to fruit. The rootstock is not just a junk garbage rootstock. This rootstock is really, really productive. So let's see what happens. Remember, the original tree was called a white queen. And it had no blush. It was an all yellow peach. And it was supposed to be clean free. Like this, it's supposed to come right out the seed. The pit supposed to come right out. Well, family, I forgot. And the inside of the peach was supposed to be a white fleshed peach. What that look like to you? That's so deep orange, meaty flesh peach. It's not a clean free peach. And look at all the blush on this peach. All that orange and red in that peach skin. Now, the reason the rest of that is gone, because me and Lady Lead she was the first to taste this peach. And this is what we doing. I'm going to name this after you, honey. Because this, we don't know what this is. And let me tell you something. I'm going to let you tell them what you said. I don't want to take your words and twist them. They can't hear ya. Take 2 seconds of your beauty. You can share 2 seconds of your beauty.
Hey everybody.
2 seconds.
This is what a peach is supposed to taste like. That right there. You might not. very delicious.
She said,
That's the flavor.
this is the best peach you ever had in your life. And then she gave me a little piece. And it is the best peach I've ever had in my entire life. My mouth is watering right now. Just when you was biting it, the smell was coming over here. This is the best peach I've ever eaten in my life. I normally like a clean, free peach. The pit can come out, but my mouth, it won't stop watering. It's like candy. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like candy. That's the only thing I can describe.
It's got a nice texture. It's not all gooey.
It's not gooey. It's meaty and it's thick, but it's not crunchy. It's perfect. This is like what you would make a peach pie out of. That kind of peach, you know? Cobbler. What I said, peach pie? Yeah, peach cobbler out of. Oh, my mouth is just. And you want to hear the crazy part? It's early. This is ripe in May. This is May. And I said, that don't make any sense for the peach to be ripe right now.
And it's a nice size.
It's a nice size. It was about big as a baseball. It was early. Now remember, the White Queen had none of these characteristics. None of them. I think it was a midsummer peach, white flesh, clean free, and an all yellow outside. This is the total opposite of that. Now, I'm going to take y'all out there to show you the stump of that tree. First, I'm going to finish eating this. This tastes artificial. This tastes like when they make artificial. This is what they be going for. Like a peach drink or peach candy. This is the flavor that they be trying to duplicate. And can't.
Oh, like the little peach ring thing. The peach ring, the candy.
Or a Jolly Rancher. That right there, and I know this is crazy, and I never do this, but I've tasted two fruits today that blew my mind. One was a loquat, and here go the seeds. Loquats, and now the best peach I've ever had. I'm going to plant this seed. I know I may not get the same one, but so far, this has been a miracle. So I'm going to try. So the reason why I said don't give up on your dreams in your garden, because this exact thing will happen if you go ahead and start over and try to do something different. That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to switch courses, switch gears, and something different going to happen. Sometime, though, if you stay the course and just see what's going to happen, especially if you have nothing to lose. Especially when you have nothing to lose. That's what happened with your chocolate. That's right. So we grew a whole new peach. I don't know what that was. It's like one more peach out there. I can't believe the squirrels left it alone. Because you could smell this peach from the holding it close to your nose. So I know if I can smell it, the squirrels will smell it. So, say the squirrels come up on all my peaches and loquats. Okay, I want this to be all in one. Sun Energy say, so I got my 2 peach trees last year. The peaches I harvested last year were ripened and smaller than the ones that are growing on the same peach trees this year. That's okay. That's all right. So I don't want to break this up too bad. What I want to do right now, I told you I'm coming in smoking in this video. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna show you this tree. And then we're gonna finish. Okay? You ain't gonna believe this. And I hope this camera don't break up on me. Cause what I gotta show you is so dope. Come on. Come on, pup. Come on. Get some fresh air. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all this tree. You ain't gonna believe it. This is it. Laird Farmer field trip. It did all of this in one season. And when I say season, I ain't saying year. Literally in one season. Let me show you what happened. Can y'all see me? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. Because I know it gets weird out here when I come out this way. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Give me 3 thumbs up if you can hear me and see me clearly. Thank you for that. Thank you. Now let me show you. I'm going to try to move slow. Here go the other peach that's growing on this tree. And I don't think this one's ready yet. No, that's not ready yet. But it's beautiful. Look at that. I got to change the thumbnail to that. Matter of fact, let me do this. Yeah. So, I'll show y'all what happened. I'm going to show you so I can prove. This was the original tree. Here's the graft union. See it? Here's the graft union. This is the root stock. This is the root stock growing. Up here is the tree it was supposed to be. That's the white queen. So when this little piece grew out, now this only happened in 1 year. I let it grow, and it was, let me zoom out. It was growing over this way, so I put a zip tie on it and pulled it straight up. Once I pulled this thing straight up and put a stake on it, I need you to see that rootstock again. Do you see that? I had bought a whole new peach tree to put here. Somebody said the rootstock said I'm reclaiming my time. Right, right. Look at that. That's incredible. And I got it. And I got it right up here. It was sitting right up here at the very top. So I grabbed it and took it off. And now look how thick this tree is. And it was nothing but a little, this is what it looked like when it first came out. That's what it looked like when it first came out. And now it compared to my thumb and this stick, Don't give up. See, this was never supposed to happen, clearly. This died off. And normally I would tell everybody, if the rootstock ain't gonna give you nothing. See how God worked? That stump said, hold my beer. God dang. God doggone, that mug went crazy. So this one is loaded too. And this is kind of like, this ain't the same situation, but this was a peach tree that was on clearance. I don't even know what this is because it never had a tag, but it was $5, right? And I was like, well, I guess we gonna find out what it is. But it's loaded for this little baby tree. Pick that little booger. All of this. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. We gonna come back in. Got pee? Come on. All right. Mama. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Now, let me see. Get my glasses together. Is that not incredible? I know y'all probably like, so if you really gardening or you learning how to garden, let me tell you something. You cannot not be amazed by hell. I've been gardening my whole life and I'm blown away. I'm blown away because I was going to dig that tree up and throw it out. Katina Brooks said, I got one Korean pear on my tree. Mine is loaded. Loaded. You know, I'm going to tell y'all right now, there is no feeling like planting your garden or your fruit trees now, and then a few years down the line, you eating and it's abundant, it's beautiful. You ain't just eating because it's more than that. I know, I'm gonna take this somewhere that you probably don't want to go, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not even necessarily an accomplishment. I mean, it is, but man, it's almost spiritual. I know I'm gonna take it there. It's almost spiritual. Oh, you said you don't have any peaches on your tree, Brenda. You know something? I didn't even fertilize the tree because I didn't think it was gonna live. I didn't spare no compost on that tree. Let me see. Devin says some fruits can grow themselves like persimmons and mulberries and figs. Right. Let me see. Jen says same thing happened to me, but I trashed the tree instead of letting the rootstock grow. Let me tell you something. It's almost a spiritual experience. I don't want to get corny with this, but if you garden at all, or you grow fruit trees, I can't help but be corny. Okay, so if it's corny to you, I get it. But listen, I remember when I bought the tree. I remember all of the soil spilled out of the tree on the way home because I just threw it in the truck. I didn't have my trailer, and I was like, it's a deal. I think I even did a video on it. I think I did a video about y'all better get to the big box store because all the trees was on clearance or something. I know I did. I threw them suckers in the back of my truck and didn't think twice about it. I got back, planted the dog. It sat in the bucket for a long time. I finally said, let me just plant this tree, and just threw it in the ground any old kind of way like y'all saw me do that fig. And here I am after 1 year eating the best peach I've ever eaten in my life. I'm not joking with that. Now, my wife she don't play, okay? She don't embellish. She was the first one to taste that peaches. Her response was a little organic, we gonna say. And I had to look at her, and she said, this is the best peach hands down I ever had in my life. She don't play games. She don't mince words like that. She don't play like that. She don't use words like everybody else and throw them out there. It is literally, she said, literally the best peach I ever had in my life. She cut me a piece, and I thought she was tripping. It's the best peach I ever had in my life. The best peach I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of good peaches. So right there, don't give up on your garden. I got a lot of these stories to tell. I got a lot of these kind of stories. Now, I wanted to talk about something else on this same subject. And it has to do with knowing what to look for. And all of these garden experiences relate to life. In 1 week, I found probably 10, at least 10 persimmon trees, wild native persimmon trees growing on my land in one spot. In one spot. I was looking at those persimmon trees closer the other day on a cloudy day. You know what else I found in the same spot? Pecan trees everywhere with pecans on them on my land. I found fruit that will be there forever, way long past when I'm gone and buried. Fruit trees already on my land, already established, already producing fruit. Just by knowing what to look for. And I know I put out those short videos, and a lot of people didn't get it. A lot of people like, so? Like, what whoop-de-doo? Why is you showing us this? Because at the time, it wasn't just the fruit that I was, and there's no way I could have conveyed this to you, but it wasn't just the fruit that had me tripping. It was life. We throw away so many things, and we walk past. We walk past so many people in our life. We throw away opportunities. We throw away people. We throw away friendships. We throw away so many opportunities in our lives. We throw away experiences, and we throw away wisdom, and we throw away knowledge. And you know why we throw it away? Because it don't look like what we think it's supposed to look like. The other part is we throw away all of that wonderful stuff and those wonderful people and wonderful experiences in our life and wonderful opportunities. The other reason is because we don't know what it looks like. We don't care. We are wandering through this world so blind with this a thimble full of knowledge, and we walking around thinking you can't tell us nothing because we think we know everything. And I just had to stop. I'm out there and I'm thinking to myself, now I want y'all to think about something. I've owned this land for over 3 years now. Well over 3 years. I drive past those trees every day. I drive past or walk past those trees every day. I chopped a bunch of those trees down so I could put my storage container right there. Something else I ignored. The deer are always in that corner. Some days I'm walking my dog and early in the morning, and the deer are bedded down right there. They're right there. And I spook them and they shoot off out of the woods. So every time I come around that curve, I'm always ready to make sure a buck don't, race out at me or something. So I'm always cocked and locked. And I'm like, what? Why is they picking this spot to bed down and be at all the time? My security cameras constantly go off right there because it's the deer. Now, see, I've been ignoring that for 3 years. Think. Every sign showed me there is food right here. There is water right here. Every sign showed me that there is life right in this spot. There is food and there is water, and it's plentiful. He gave me 3 signs. These trees aren't just going to be growing in this much abundance if there is no source of water. Second, there is no reason for all of these deers to just stay right here. If I want to go get a deer, I go right to that corner. I don't have to go hunting. I don't have to put camouflage paint on my face. I don't have to spray myself with some funny scent. I just go over to that corner if I wanted a deer. Because I know they are there almost every day. Now, why? Every sign is telling me, man, the deer are here because one of the deer's most favorite food besides corn is persimmons. That's right. Learn from the animals. One of the deer's favorite foods besides corn is wild persimmons. You know what the other word for wild persimmons is? I can't make this up. Deer candy. So when people introduce these wild persimmons to me, they say, you ain't never had deer candy? That don't sound delicious to me. Deer candy to me sound like some poop, right? So I'm like, no, I don't even know what that is, but I'm not interested in nothing called deer candy. Coming to find out all them years, they just talking about wild persimmons. The reason they call it deer candy is because if you want a deer to come to your yard, put some wild persimmons out there. On the other spectrum, put some pecan trees out there. Put some pecans out there, watch what happens. The other part why the deer is bedded down right there, because right through those trees about maybe another half an acre, 30 to 50 yards, is my stream. that runs through my land. So it's water back there too. So look, these animals got water, they got food, they got shade, they got shelter, and they safe because I don't have anybody around me. There is no other human beings constantly walking back and forth. It's just me and this dog and my wife. That's about it. So my point of all of this is this week I have been trying to focus on more positive things. I took a whole mental break. I ain't put no videos out besides stuff that I had already recorded, just short videos that I had already did. But I needed a break from so much negativity and think about something positive. And I'm gonna tell you what happened when I did that. When I cut it off, when I cut off the negative news, the negative information, the negative people out my life, when I just stayed away from all negativity, my mind was so open that I could actually take time to find pecan trees, persimmon trees, and mulberry trees. All it took was a couple of minutes. A couple of days of just shut the phone off. I don't want to know. Listen, I took a few days of I don't want to know. Emails, text messages, Facebook, YouTube. I was like, just no. No. For 2 days, I stayed in my pajamas and I was on that tractor doing odds and ends, which I'll show y'all that later. Just getting things actually done. I took one whole day and solved a solar problem that I thought I had. I didn't have a problem. I was overthinking it. I was overthinking it because I was so anxious to make a video about solar. I'm overthinking it because, I want to be right. I'm overthinking it because I got other things to do. When I took some time to myself and had time to ponder, no TV, no YouTube, no social media, no news outlet, lying asses, nothing. I took time for myself. And when you just shut up and be quiet and be by yourself, man, your brain start telling you stuff like, hey, you missed this over here. Hey, look at this. Oh, no alcohol, no nothing. I didn't need no stimulants. It just was being by myself, me and this puppy dog. I got more work done in 3 days with my pajamas on than I would have ever got done all week. I was able to make some videos that I need to release. I was able to accomplish one of the most major feats to a person living off grid, and that's solar. I figured out something so simple that I just didn't know. And all this time, I've been wasting my time and energy because there was one thing that I just didn't know. Man, I feel like $1 million. And I think this was part of my reward. That's all I got. I really just came on here today to tell you, man, if you're a new gardener, everybody is always looking for advice. How many people are looking for advice in your garden right now? TJ Diamond said you did that last weekend. I was out in my garden listening to music. See, how many people want some good advice right now about gardening? I know a lot of people are always looking for good advice about gardening, especially now that our food source is not certain. Here's my advice. My garden advice to you is not about fertilizer, it's not about watering schedules, it's not about shade cloth. My gardening advice to you is something that I think we've all missed. And I know a lot of people say this, but they don't mean it because you can see it. You hear a lot of your garden is your peace, right? You hear a lot of my garden is my peace. I say it too. But I can also say, to be totally 100% honest with you, you are not at peace with a camera in your face. I wanted to make sure you heard me. You are not at peace with a camera staring you down in your face with the record button on in the perfect sunlight with the perfect clothes on, the perfect gloves, and the perfect sun hat. You are not at peace because you're hoping, wishing, and praying that this camera has enough memory left in it where it's going to keep recording. The other part you're thinking of, I hope this camera is getting my lighting right. You're also thinking, I hope this camera catch my angles right, catch my good side of my body right. You're so busy worrying about what this camera is recording and hoping it's catching the angles that your viewers want to see. That's not peace. Now, showing you is one thing, but you are not at peace at that moment. You're focused on sharing information. I don't care what nobody say. You are focused on sharing information. My garden advice to you is leave your smartwatch in the house. Leave your cell phone in the house. Take the earbuds out your ear. Take your headphones with your MP3 player off your head. Go take your work clothes off. Go put you on something breezy like some pajamas or some shorts or something and some flip-flops, even if you're in your bare feet if you have to. Don't have nobody with you. Your kids, your husband, your wife, nothing. If the Amazon man come to the door, let him put the package on the front door. Go out in your garden and do what you was doing without any interruption. My whole goal for telling you this is we talk about fertilizing your garden and your fruit trees. We talk about watering. We talk about shade cloth. We talk about weed cover. We talk about all of this stuff with gardening, dropping seeds. But we never talk about the one main ingredient that makes not just a garden grow, but makes it thrive. Focus. If you can't focus on growing your fruit trees in your garden, either it's going to fail or it's going to be half-assed. True story. Trust me, because I've been there. You're going to have a half-ass garden or it will fail if you don't focus. If we're always worried about the next thing that these politicians is doing on TV, if we're worrying about whether they're going to push the button or not, if we're always worried about is we going to be invaded, if we're worried about every 5 seconds is they going to take our health care, is they going to take our history, is they going to take our education, every day is something. Are they going to spread some kind of plague? Are we going to go back on lockdown? Because I know a lot of us is worried about that right now. If we're always worried about what these people is doing every day to hurt us, we don't have enough time to do anything for ourselves to fix us. And me and my wife today, I know, and I know this sounds far-fetched, and I'm gonna tell you, I know what's gonna fix us. And I said this a long time ago, and I'm gonna say it again. You know what's making these evil people powerful? In my years, I've learned something about bullies and evil and wicked spirited people. I've learned they need attention. They need to be talked about. They need their name to be said. They need the camera in their face. They need the spotlights on them. Bullies and wicked and evil spirited people need that to thrive. And we don't even realize it's like watering a weed. We are watering the weed with our attention. We so busy watching what the next move these crazy people gonna do. We ain't doing nothing we're supposed to be doing to save our own lives. We see what's happening. We ain't doing nothing about it. We too busy worried about what the next move they gonna make. And if you don't take a couple minutes to yourself, I know it's hard to do, especially in the newer generation where, this is all they know is social media. Let me tell you something. We got to cut. We got to pull the plug. We got to start scheduling days to pull the plug. I know we practice with no cell phones at the dinner table stuff. We did that for a while. We got to learn how to pull the plug, man. And literally, I don't want to hear or know nothing outside this household today. I don't want to hear about your neighbors. I don't want to hear about the news. I don't want to hear about the president. I don't want to hear about the scams, the scandals. I don't want to hear about nothing today. And because if we don't, it's not going to help anything. The reason I'm doing this whole video today, I was just, man, we bit this peach. I said I got to do a video. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I got to do a video. I'm doing this video to show you. If you just go ahead and lean back. Now I know this is one I always say, without works, without works, faith is dead. I know I say that a lot. But it's some days you got to leave it alone. Some days you got to take a second for yourself or you'll go bananas. If you're really truly focused and if you're really truly at peace, I'm going to tell you how you can know you really truly at peace. I can tell you how you really know you're going to be focused. I mean, honed in like an eagle. I'm going to tell you how. You start figuring stuff out. I can't make this up. If you shut up Cut off the TV, cut off the cell phone, cut off the news. Tell your friends you not today. Tell your mom and them not today. I ain't going to bingo tonight. Look, cut off everything and do it for about one day. And you start remembering where your lost keys were. You start remembering your passcode on this account that you can't figure out for no reason. You've been like, damn, I remember I hid my own passcode from my own self. The code just comes to you. Old memories, old friends, things come to you, take you back to your childhood. And you just start discovering things. You just start discovering things. And when I was at peace, I had nobody around me. And some of them days, you didn't see my puppy, did you? I made her stay in the doggone cabin. I cut the air conditioner on, and I was like, you stay in there. I need a minute. I found pecan trees just by shutting up and walking slowing down. Just by slowing down. And realizing, these leaves look familiar to me. So I take out my phone in my pocket, and I just Google these leaves. That's a pecan tree. I Googled all over the tree, like, please don't tell me I'm this blessed. Is you telling me I'm this blessed? Pecan trees, pecan. I show the bark of the tree, pecan. And I'm like, if these are real pecan, everywhere in the South is pecan groves everywhere in the South, right? So this is not uncommon. Birds eat pecans, squirrels eat pecans, or birds pick them up, drop them, or the nuts fall off and they end up growing. Deer eat them. And what do you know? I got pecan trees all over my land now. I got wild native persimmon trees all over my land. And they've been there for 3 freaking years before I even knew. A spot I walk past absolutely every day I'm on my land. And when you took a moment for yourself, your mind was wide open to discover. If I was shooting a video like I usually be doing out there, I wouldn't have recorded. Hell, I probably recorded them pecans and persimmons behind me 1,000,000 times and not even pay no attention. I'm in the camera, my face in the camera. Choo-choo, chee-chee. And in the background of me, I probably don't even realize, man, it's fruit. And fruit back here that could feed me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm so busy in the camera and talking to y'all, don't even realize my background, my backdrop, people say look like AI, is real fruit trees sitting there right behind me. I got closer with that doggone camera for y'all and seen a baby nut. That's right, TLC. I did show you deer in that spot. Remember, I said I was live one day and the deer came out. Do you remember that? I was live on the land one day and the deer came out in that spot. And I told y'all, I said they come from this spot right here and they go right back that way every single day, maybe twice a day. It's any time I could look out my window of my cabin and see those deer going down that same pathway. They're coming, they're coming from a food plot and going to a food plot. We supposed to be taking it easy, walking slow, looking down. We ain't just looking down for snakes and critters that can harm us, but look around and really start foraging. Start asking questions about what is this stuff. I will never cut another tree down without identifying it first. I will never say, well, I want this right here. I want my shack right here. I want my workshop right here. I will never do that again without identifying my trees in that area first. I will never do that again. Because Lord knows how many fully mature pecan trees and persimmons and pomegranates and everything I've chopped down in the last 3 years and not gave two damns about it. Ain't no telling how much food they've been growing there for hundreds of years that I've chopped down. I will never do that again. Don't just look down for things that can harm you. Look down for things that can help you. And make sure you always look up. Don't just look up for limbs that could fall down and crack you in the head, but look up and pay attention to the trunk of these trees and pay attention to these leaves. Because I promise you, it's something. You want to know something else? The more I read about fruit trees and foraging, you know what I learned? Man, there is very few trees that can't help you. Almost every single tree around us can help you. And I know what you're thinking. What about poisonous plants and vines and trees? They can help you too. They can be weapons to protect you. You can use those poisonous vines, berries, and leaves as some kind of poison that can deflect a foe or a pest. There's something in these woods every day all around us. And you don't even know. My cousin was on the land and found, what is it called? Oh, I can't think of what it's called. With the furry leaves and it's good nitrogen fixer. What is it called, y'all? What is it called? I didn't even know. I cut this stuff with the lawnmower all the time. What is this stuff? It got fuzzy leaves. It start with a not mullein. It's another one. Comfrey. I was just about to say it start with a C or a K. Comfrey. I got comfrey everywhere. Comfrey. She said one was comfrey, one was called elephant's foot, and she got me Googling this. She got me in my books. That's exactly what this is. Here's another one. Needle. What's that other one? I just said it the other day too. And it's real thorny, but it's a weed. Thistle. Man, there's stuff all over. Oh. How can I forget? Everybody kept saying, Led, can you sell me some of those not green balls, but what's the name of the thing? And I can't stand them. Gum tree balls. Can you sell me a bunch of them gum balls? And I was like, okay. Because I have 1,000,000 of them mugs. And didn't know they was that medicinal. Gum tree gumballs. I did not know they were that life-saving until everybody was asking me, will I sell them? And I looked them up like, wow, my whole land is full of these. Full of them. Hell, I got them out here at my house. Full of them. Didn't know people is paying a grip to buy that. Again, if we don't pay attention and we don't look around us, man, I was about to dig that peach tree up and throw that to the wolves. Y'all saw what happened to Benita when the storm broke her down to a stub. Now she's like 8 feet tall, 6 feet to 8 feet wide, fully loaded with fruit. Years later, she was a stump that tall. And now she's 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide, full of fruit. Man, we don't know everything, man. I got wild blackberries out here growing. You know why? And I said this before. You're supposed to biblically now, depending on what you believe in now, biblically, spiritually, you're supposed to let your garden rest and rotate your garden. Don't garden here for a while, a year or 2 or 3. You're supposed to let this garden replenish itself. And you're supposed to have several gardens, so now you can work this garden. You don't overwork the earth, right? Out there by that water, we ain't been doing nothing for the last couple years. My Renaissance grandma says sweet gumballs has the ingredients that's in Theraflu. Wow. That's crazy. I let our gardens rest. I let this land rest. And I got more berries out there than I know what to do with. I literally have more blackberries out there. I could make several blackberry pies. The thorned blackberries are the sweetest, if you don't know. Thorn blackberries are sweeter than thornless blackberries. Thornless blackberries can be a little tangy or a little bitter. I don't care how long you let them sit. By the time they get super sweet, birds got them. So comfrey has been known to repair bones. That's what my cousin told me. So that's all I got, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all. Go buy a freaking peach tree. I'm so happy. I'm so happy because, man, sometimes you need a break, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? I don't know what this man been doing for at least no, today is day 4. I don't know what is going on in the world. All I know is when I was driving home, gas prices was fluctuating. That's all I know. I didn't want to hear nothing on the news, the radio, social media. I don't want to know until I said until Monday, which was today. And I still don't want to know. I still don't want to know. Have I found any huckleberry? No, I haven't mentioned any huckleberry. So do I have any questions, y'all? I know this video was kind of like, whoa, but I'm just like, man, I'm so happy. And Lady Led, her chocolate plants, her cocoa, we thought them trees was dead. They bounced back. Let me see. You say you just found thorn blackberries on the property too? They are so sweet. Say if I come across goldenrod, I know, I think goldenrod is out here in this yard right here because it stink. And the bees harvest off the goldenrod. Goldenrod honey smells like molded cheese. When the bees are producing the goldenrod nectar and pollen, It smells like molded cheese or stinking feet. So I know when the goldenrod is in season. So it's here. I just don't know where. I can smell that it's here. Okay. So I would love to take y'all on some more lead farmer field trips, but I don't want to make this video too long, and I don't want to drift off onto another subject, which I would love to do right now. Lady Lead is out here in the garden right now, and she got her good. I don't want to blow her spot up, but look, see her. See, I told you, she always at it. She just don't like being on camera that much. She always at it. So I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna help her because we need to get this garden going. I gotta drop this weed barrier, and we got squash. I'm planting the eggplant when I get back to the land, but squash. We got a few things, and she went crazy on the herbs. Man, so if y'all, my piece of advice for gardening was, if I didn't make it clear, man, be at peace before you go garden. Stop trying to figure out what everybody said, what they doing. Be at peace before you go out in your garden so you can focus. If you are not at peace, if you cannot focus, you're gonna either half-ass do everything or not do nothing at all. You're gonna be too distracted. That's my piece of advice on gardening 101 for beginners and really for OGs, really. And I'm one of them, and I know. Sometimes, man, you got to just let trees and plants breathe. Let them do what they're going to do. We cannot control everything. That's the other part about gardening. You are not always in control, and I can prove it. You can do everything right with a fruit tree. You can do everything right with a plant. You can do everything right with vegetables in your fruit, in your garden, and it fails. Sometimes stuff die. That does not mean that you are a failure. Sometimes things do not succeed. That does not mean that you're a failure. And a lot of people think that your garden failed because you don't know what you're doing. You don't even know that sometimes you purchase rotten, raggedy plants. Some of these nurseries will sell you anything. It's not always your fault. So, with that being said, everybody enjoy your day. You get out here and help my wife. Hey, everybody stay safe, stay sane. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.